Loïc Bruni has the fastest time in qualifying. He's the leader of the rankings. Just finishing on the podium would make him the overall downhill world champion for the 5th time. Meanwhile, Jackson Goldstone struggled to find the winning pace. The Canadian needed a miracle. In the finals, he gave everything he had. But what happened after his run left everyone shocked, Goldstone included. For Goldstone, 2024 was a season to forget. After breaking his knee at Red Bull Hardline, he was sidelined and missed most of the World Cup stops. Instead, Loïc Bruni won the overall. Triumphing in 2025 would make him tie the record for the most successful downhill rider ever.
Everything started on the 18th of May in Poland, at Bielsko-Biała.
During the race weekend, it rained heavily, and things started off really bad for Jackson Goldstone. He barely got into the finals, and to make things even worse, his rival, Loïc Bruni, got the fastest time. On race day, Goldstone had to redeem himself, but he flopped. Giving everything wasn't enough.
That's me, Max.
He ranked 20th, far from the spotlight. Meanwhile, his rival, Loïc Bruni, delivered a perfect performance, confirming he was the fastest rider on the Polish mud, beating the Canadian by 8 whole seconds and taking home the gold medal. If Goldstone wanted to be the youngest downhill World Cup overall winner, he needed to start bringing home results, and Leogang in France was the perfect place for that. Unfortunately, Goldstone in quali flopped again. He was more than 2 seconds slower than Bruni. People were starting to doubt him, but he didn't let that get to his head, so he dropped for his race run. In the first 2 sectors, he wasn't fast enough, but later, something switched, and he did this.
He's 1.4 seconds faster. Jackson Goldstone, he's been struggling. And look at the speed he's carrying.
And he's headed for the hot seat here in Lunéville, Périgueux by 2.9 seconds.
Before Bruni dropped, this happened.
Factory umbrella, yep.
Then it was time for the reigning champion. He dropped with 1 goal, keeping the yellow jersey. In the first sector, he was flying.
Faster, split 1 for Bruni.
Then this happened.
Feels so good. That looks like it's cost him a load of time.
Yeah, just misjudged the timing on that ramp.
After that mistake, Bruni lost confidence, and it led to other errors.
Crosses the line, goes 14th.
While Goldstone and Bruni battled for first, Pierron quietly surged past them both in the overall. The battle for the title had just started. Just 7 days went by. Now it's Leogang time, one of the most iconic tracks. Loïc Bruni had just concluded a crazy run, a perfect run, fast, controlled, fearless. He hit every section with surgical precision. The crowd was going wild. Bruni had just raised the bar so high, no one believed a 21-year-old Canadian kid could take him down. Jackson needs to lock in. It's all or nothing, so he drops.
The winner of the last round in Lunéville.
He pedals even in the air,
1.3 seconds faster.
reaching 60 kilometers per hour, and then he sends this.
His pants as he shorts.
As he pulls across that gap and hits the wall right, he's still green as they head into the woods for the first time.
But he starts to make mistakes. In a matter of seconds, he's in the red. But he doesn't give up. He goes all in. Every corner, every jump, every route section. He rides like the title depends on it, because it does.
And towards the line now for the Santa Cruz Syndicate. The winner of the last round goes fastest by 0.05 of a second.
Those 2 wins aren't enough. He's still second in the overall standings. Now we are in Italy, Val di Sole, home of one of the gnarliest tracks in the world, the Black Snake. Goldstone has laid down the fastest qualification run, so he drops last. Bruni managed to get to the bottom without any noticeable mistakes, but still, it was far from a perfect run.
Down towards the hot seat, or does he? 4th place, 1.9 seconds back.
All eyes were on Goldstone. The tension builds. Anxiety begins to rise, but he needs to stay focused. It's his turn. It's showtime.
So good at this rock section. He's able to skip a lot of the big holes. He jumps over some of the sharp stuff. He's just bouncing down the track.
Jackson Goldstone single-handedly is changing the face of downhill.
In the first 2 splits, he isn't fast enough, but watch what he does next.
1.3 seconds faster now. Is he about to make it 3 in a row?
Through the middle section, Jackson finds another gear. He starts making up time, gaining confidence, riding on the edge. Then, just when everyone thinks he has it in the bag, this happens.
Ultra aggressive, but it's working. Oh no!
Keeps pushing as if nothing ever happened.
Even need his feet lifted and he jumps off the off-camber step down.
And he just has to cross the bridge. Here comes Jackson Goldstone. Is it going to be 3 in a row in 2025 for the Santa Cruz Syndicate? Jackson Goldstone wins by 2.4 seconds.
done it. Again, 3 World Cup wins in a row, something that hadn't happened in 8 long years. The last to do it was Danny Hart in 2016. The win is enough to overtake Bruni in the overall standings by 100 points. 2 weeks later, still in Italy, riders had to race on a brand new track built from scratch just for this race, La Tuile. This time, Bruni went really close to the win. Some little errors made his run imperfect.
Gonna say for Bruni, he's lost a pedal. Loïc Bruni heads towards the finish line. Bruni goes second fastest.
Goldstone, after a big risk,
Oh, big moment there.
kept pushing. He was in the red until the steepest part came.
Faster by 0.2 of a second. Go Jackson Goldstone down towards the line. Is it gonna be 4 in a row? It is.
Jackson was writing history, winning 4 races in a row. That allowed Goldstone to lead over Bruni by almost 200 points. The Canadian had won a few battles, but not the war. The Canadian wanted to add 1 more win to the streak, but the specialized Superman, Loïc Bruni, had other plans. In Andorra, at Pal Aransol, Goldstone had a chance to make history. He needed the 5th win in a row to distance himself even further from Bruni. Goldstone dropped, but being a lightweight rider, he struggled to gain speed. In fact, the track was quite flat. Jackson still gave his all and took the hot seat.
Gonna be a famous fight for Jackson Goldstone. Crosses the line and goes fastest.
If Bruni wanted to keep fighting for the title, he had to make this race count, and he sure did.
Super Bruni was Superman launching this weekend. What a moment of the champion that he is. Look at the speed through the key section. The speed under the drone is obvious and absolutely flying.
1 second at split 4. Bruni dances across the rocks, heads down the final chute. Will head out into the open. Is this going to be Loïc Bruni's second win of the year? Loïc Bruni, is he going to break Jackson Goldstone's heart? Loïc Bruni crosses the line and goes fastest.
Bruni didn't just break Goldstone's legacy, he also showed the world he was still in the game. With 4 races left in the season, the championship was far from over. Just wait to see what happened in the next round. A month and a half later, after a summer break in Leger, it was anything but a typical French summer day. During the race weekend, it poured rain, making the track almost unrideable. Even Bruni and Goldstone struggled to stay on their bikes. Goldstone tried his best, but in a flat corner, this happened.
Oh, Jackson Goldstone goes down.
Bruni started off strong, but later made many mistakes that placed him far from his goal. But what mattered was being 12 positions ahead of Goldstone, shortening the gap in the overall to just 25 points. Jackson's lead wasn't so strong anymore. The pressure on Goldstone's shoulders at Lenzerheide in Switzerland was massive. He couldn't afford to make mistakes. He had to deliver a perfect run. But unfortunately, that's not what happened.
He's so good through this steep technical stuff that he can make that time back.
Oh, he gets hung up a little bit.
Whoa, Jackson Goldstone goes down in Lenzerheide.
Bruni had a golden opportunity, but failed to take full advantage of it. He ranked 5th. Not what he wanted, but enough to take the lead by 100 points. Goldstone knew that the race at Lake Placid in the US was a key stop. If Bruni had won and Jackson finished 5 positions behind, the whole season would have been over. The Canadian couldn't mess this up. Unfortunately, he underperformed in quali, so he dropped early on race day.
Jackson, huge pull across there.
It's hard to explain how gnarly that is on TV.
2.1 seconds, Nico, with the second split. Crosses the line, goes fastest by 1.3 seconds.
He took the hot seat momentarily, but still, many riders had to drop, Bruni included. The Frenchman got a little sketchy a few times, losing some tenths of a second that ranked him 6th, 2 spots behind Goldstone. Jackson shortened the distance in the overall by a bit, but he was still 72 points behind Bruni. Things weren't looking good for Goldstone. A whole season of racing came down to this event, in Jackson's home country at Mont Saint-Anne. Bruni was determined to win his 5th championship. In fact, in quali, he was the fastest by almost 3 seconds. The Canadian was 3.5 seconds back. Things weren't looking great. Goldstone knew he needed a perfect performance. Just a simple mistake could throw away a whole year of hard work, so he dropped.
It is all up to Jackson right now. Expect Jackson Goldstone to step up, gets a full gap over the Stevie Smith drop.
In the first 3 sectors, he was behind. But then he started sending gaps that the other riders couldn't even imagine. He was gaining time, and then the clock showed this.
He's up!
He's up by 2 seconds.
Goldstone just had to get to the bottom.
Needs to put himself into a hot seat if he wants a chance of winning his debut elite level overall title in front of his home fans. Can he make it? Goldstone crosses the line and goes
Everyone was stoked for his run, but still, 2 riders had to drop. Shaw made some mistakes and finished 2 seconds behind Jackson. Then, the unexpected happened. Goldstone's face explains everything. It was pure chaos. Everyone was shocked by what they had seen. Bruni was nowhere to be seen. The guy that was most likely to win everything had disappeared. It took more than 2 minutes for Goldstone to realize what that meant. Bruni was injured, and he was unable to race. That meant only one thing. Jackson had done it.
With his insane riding style, Jackson Goldstone has reshaped downhill mountain biking. He's raised the speed, precision, and consistency required to win, forcing even world champions like Loïc Bruni to adapt, just to keep up with the Canadians' pace. At just 21, Goldstone isn't just competing in downhill, he's redefining it. Less than 1% of people who watch my videos subscribe. So if you enjoyed this story, hit the button and support the channel. I'll see you in the next one.